I was really lucky to get the opportunity to co-write a song with Allan Caswell last year. And we wrote a song about my great-grandfather he had a really tough life, and he was forced to leave home at a really young age, and he had to fend for himself out in the country, and he was really lost and didn't know what to do. And then he went to the Navy, and he just had a really tough beginning to life. But then he met my great nana, and they built a life together, and it turned out good. It turned out really well, and he lived till 93, and he was always a really big inspiration to me, because whenever I was at his house, he was always playing country tunes, and I feel like he inspired my love of country music. So I thought writing this song with Allan was really perfect.
All right, well, let's have a listen.
It's called Brought Up by Strangers. Abandoned by his mother and his family, floating like the driftwood on the sea, Frank grew up tall, strong, and handsome, a better man than they all thought he'd be. My great-granddad Frank was in the Navy. He signed up at the end of World War II. A city boy who grew up in the country. He soon found out what life could lead you to. When you're brought up by strangers, you learn to be strong. When your family don't want you, you have to move on. A good-hearted couple, a good country life. When you're brought up by strangers, it can turn out alright. A young lass caught his eye on board the Hawkesbury. Her name was Maud, and he knew at first sight. Her smile sold their future as it could be. They found a love to last them all their lives. When you're brought up by strangers, you learn to be strong. When your family don't want you, you have to move on. A good-hearted couple, a good country life. When you're brought up by strangers, it can turn out alright. Frank met Maud back in the 40s. They were together for more than 70 years. That's the kind of love that lasts forever. That's the kind of love that brought me here. When you're brought up by strangers, you learn to be strong. When your family don't want you, you have to move on. A good-hearted couple, a good country life. When you're brought up by strangers, it can turn out alright. When you're brought up by strangers, it can turn out alright.
Yay!
Thank you.
How beautiful was that? I can't believe you're 15 and singing beautiful songs like that.
Thank you so much.
And of course, Allan Caswell.
Yes.
He's a legend in his own right. So
He's an incredible songwriter. It was just so inspiring to work with him. He was so fast at writing. Yeah.
He's a great person. Lovely friend, Dylan. All right. Wow. How do you top that? I think we'll